Hi, and welcome to Prepping Essentials.
Good morning, it's 6:30 on Sunday 17th of May. On my way down to the land, hoping to get some more work done with the grass. Not quite sure though, as always, when we're making it up as we go along, so let's find out. Well, here we are down on the land, ready for another day. Not quite sure when these videos are going to get uploaded. I'm having technical issues with the computer, so yesterday's video still isn't up, and I suspect I might have problems with today's, but we'll crack on anyway and keep recording. Just going to get myself unloaded and into the cabin. I've got a lot of compost with me this morning that I picked up when I finished yesterday, so keen to get on with that, and also keen to start doing a little bit more with this grass that's getting quite out of control. Anyway, there are only so many hours in the day, so as always we'll be making it up as we're going along, but I'll keep you posted with progress as we go through the day. Well, first things first, quick look in the polytunnel, see what's going on. Pretty much as it was yesterday, everything's looking good. Don't think they're going to need water this morning. Peas are looking very nice. Pumpkin and squash, hopefully we're going to get those sorted out today into those raised beds outside. Cucumbers, very nice. I think we'll do something with them inside the polytunnel rather than putting them outside, but give them somewhere to climb. And the tomatoes. So yeah, everything's looking very nice and putting on growth, which is what we want. I've brought a load of compost with me this morning, picked it up on the way home last night, so I've got a few bags there to go inside the polytunnel. Then I've popped some outside just to fill up these new raised beds. Raised beds themselves looking okay, apart from that yellow leaf I was talking about yesterday. Hopefully they're going to pick up. They look strong enough, they're all standing up. They're clearly getting enough water because you can still see the water from yesterday. But anyway, we'll find out, I guess, in due course. So get myself sorted out in the cabin, and while it's still quite cool, tackle a little bit of this grass. I think I can always come back to the compost and raised beds later. Well, we're busy on with this grass cutting. It's amazing how much of it there actually is. But we're making steady progress, trying not to overdo it, just giving the little red tractor a bit of a breather, because we've done quite a lot, as you can see down this bottom corner. That's all nicely cut back. I'll need to trim round the edges, of course, but that's easy. Working my way around the trees, trying not to lose any. And then down this woodland boundary side, you can see where I'm making the progress. It is steady away. Some of it's too thick to cut, such as that bramble patch there. I didn't want to take a chance of going straight over that, so I'll get the strimmer or brush cutter on that. So yeah, still lots to do. All of that far end of the field still needs to be done, but I'll just give it 5 minutes for the old tractor to have a bit of a rest and a bit of a breather, and then we'll start back on again. Well, we're gradually making progress. All of the top end by the roadside is done. Down by the side of the wooded area is done. I did all that bit yesterday. So there's still there's still a fair chunk to do. There's all of this centre section, and then there's the field boundary that runs up opposite side from the wood to the roadside. That shouldn't be as bad to do because it is it's shorter and it's not as bumpy as this centre section is. So hopefully another couple of hours we should have killed it. Well, this grass certainly did need a cut. I've just been strimming around the edge of the fence line where the tractor couldn't get in. Gone all the way around this end of the field. Just been giving the little tractor a rest. It's been getting very hot, so I'm just letting it have a breather while I'm doing the strimming. Went all the way across the top roadside boundary and all the way down this field boundary here. So all the edges are strimmed. All that remains now, I say all that remains now because it's not a little chore. I've got this half of the field here to do, and then the central section. Not quite sure if I'm going to get all this done today because time is pushing on, and I do want to get some done in the Polytunnel as well. We'll see how we go. I've planted about half of the pumpkin and butternut squash outside. I'm just going to give them a good water in. Squashes this side and pumpkins are over there. So I'll just give these quick water in, then get inside the polytunnel. We're just going to transplant a couple of these cucumbers out. Give them a bit of space. So if I take out the middle one, I'll just pop that into here. And then same again on the other side. Take out that one. fill the holes. And there should now have enough space. And they can climb up the netting on the other side. These tomatoes are coming along nicely, so I'm going to pop a couple of these, the ones that are more substantial, and pop those into their own pot. Pop them down quite a way because they will root from the sides of the stem and give it a bit more support. And then, like the peas, they can go up this side frame up the netting as well. Hopefully these will take off. Well, now they've got a little bit more room, and I'll start seeing some results. Just got to be careful now in taking these out, not to disturb the ones next to them. So I'll have 3 down this side. And then I'll pop some across the other side as well. Well, the polytunnel is starting to fill out. That's the cucumbers that I've transplanted into separate pots. There's a couple of tomatoes there. Some transplanted squash. Then I've got the 5 pots of carrots coming along nicely. Some more tomatoes that I've put into bigger pots. There's plenty of tomatoes there in that seed tray to follow on. Peas and what's left of the squash and pumpkin after I put some out into that raised bed outside. So we'll see how we get on, particularly with the raised beds, the new ones, if those squash and pumpkins can take it or not. And we'll see how these transplanted tomatoes and cucumbers get on during the week. Clearly there's lots more to do to fill out the polytunnel and to get stuff outside as and when it comes through, but that's for another time. But it's slowly starting to look under control in terms of length of the grass. I've managed to get quite a good bit done today, and sadly not all of it. A bit of an issue with a little red tractor. Not sure if it's a slipping belt or a slipping clutch, so I've got somebody coming down to look at it on Friday. But all this boundary line by the woods is done, all the way to the end, and across that road frontage to the entrance drive where the car's parked. And then you can see on the other side the majority of that side is done as well. So a tiny bit to do on the far side, a bit to do on this centre, but yeah, coming on nicely. That's everything locked away in the cabin. Polytunnel's all closed up, and I'm going to get myself off home. It's not very late, but I'm having major issues with my laptop and getting videos uploaded. Yesterday's isn't done, and clearly I'll have more footage from today, so I want to try and go home a little bit early and see if I can't sort out the laptop. Seems to be the week for things breaking down. It is nice to see some grass cut, I have to say. You can tell the difference. Huge difference where I've been. Still a little bit to do, but Rome wasn't built in a day, and we'll get to it next weekend.
Well, that's it for this video. I'm really pleased I've managed to get the 2 videos from the weekend finally sorted out. It's been a bit of a nightmare, but just keep plugging away at it. I hope you found something in there that was of interest to you. If you did like the video, please do click on the like button. Also feel free to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. As always, welcome any comments, questions or suggestions you might have. How's the polytunnel and the raised beds looking now? Everything's starting to fill out. We'll see how the experiment goes with the 2 new raised beds for the squash and the pumpkins, but hoping that the colder night weather doesn't kill them off. I guess we'll find out in due course. If you've got any comments, please do leave them in the comment section below. But for now, thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.